Hello, my name is Niamh. I'm 21 years old and I'm a Wilms tumour cancer survivor. I got diagnosed when I was 3 years old. At the time, my mum was a nurse, my dad was an electrician, my brother was 6 and my sister was 11. The weekend before I was actually diagnosed, I went bowling and swimming and did any other regular activities showing no signs of illness. And then the following Monday I was at nursery and I developed a bit of a temperature. So my mum and dad took me to the GP that afternoon, who said that there wasn't anything to be worried about and that I'm fine. However, my dad did think something wasn't quite right and then decided then to take me to A&E, which was very busy, but however at this point my tumour was quite big, leading us to get seen pretty quickly. A scan was booked first thing for that following morning. We squeezed in before outpatient started and the ultrasonographer recorded a swelling of about 10 times 12 centimetres, which was pushing my heart out of position. Then, as we got on toward 10, which we thought would be very much doom and gloom, the whole atmosphere seemed to lift. There was children running around, little toddlers walking around with their drip stands, there was children driving like little cars, lots of colour and activity, and a huge packed, full to the brim playroom. We met Adam, our consultant and registrar, which were funded by Candlelighters, and they were, along with all the other nurses, pivotal in our progress over the next 10 days. Apparently I was in a lot of pain, but I never complained, so I was started on morphine 4 times a day. My parents and I were looked after by all the amazing staff. Grace and Joe, my siblings, were both still at school, and both came every day, and Joe spent most of his time dressing up and playing in the playroom, oblivious to what was going on. My room was an abundance of colour, with drawings and videos. I was diagnosed with a solid tumour of the kidney, a Wilms tumour, and a plan was made for chemo for the next 26 weeks as part of a trial. Miraculously, by day 10, we had all the investigations, some results, some clinical interventions, and a plan for the next 6 months, and then we went home. After the first month of chemo, I had another MRI and the tumour had shrunk by about 1 centimetre, and so 6 weeks after my diagnosis, surgery to remove the tumour was planned. During the 7-hour operation, they found I had a duplex kidney on the affected side, and it was all removed. The tumour had destroyed my kidney and started to infiltrate the surrounding tissue. I had 50 to 60 clips right across my tummy to around my back. I started to lose my hair and eventually became bald. I sometimes wore a hat but often just wore nothing. I wasn't very interested in wearing a wig. That same August, when I was 5, I was ready to start school and then I began vomiting. Long story short, I was admitted to the local hospital and eventually diagnosed with bowel obstruction. And on the Saturday, I was transported by blue light to LGI for emergency surgery for adhesions. Mum thought I'd have to delay starting school as my huge wound had to be opened by 20 to 30 clips. That Thursday, with the clips still in, I was doing cartwheels, so Mum took them out on the Saturday and I started the school on the Monday. I've attended clinic annually for the last few years and I have heart scans probably for the rest of my life, so I will always have an affinity for the unit and for Candlelighters. We came to know about Candlelighters by the fabulous extras and luxuries that are not normally found in the NHS. These are, for example, the full-time registrar, the family Sunday lunches, the packed playroom filled with toys and endless activities, like books and games, the parents' kitchen and the wonderful furniture and the state-of-the-art equipment, along with many other things. Candlelighters have supported myself and my family in numerous ways. Grace and Joe, my siblings, attending the sibling support groups, where they wrote my future self letters, which I've still not opened. We went to the Christmas party in the early years, which was so nicely surrounded by families going through similar experiences. We also used the chalet at Primrose Valley, which used an outdoor pool that was packed with kids and families alike. My mum became a parent trustee of Candlelighters for a few years, and we were so grateful for what we had benefited as family, and we wanted to give something back. We were so thankful as a family that we committed to raising funds for 5 years, the same time as my planned remission period. We held a 50-mile sponsored walk and held several Niamh Candlelighter golf days, which raised nearly £50,000. My plans for the next 5 years are, well, more short-term. I would like to come out of second year with a good grade. Moving on then, in July 2021, I've fortunately managed to secure a 12-month marketing placement for a software company in Manchester. Thank you so much for listening to my story about my cancer diagnosis, and I hope it helps other families out there.